Record. Welcome everyone to our Retirement Revolution event. My name is Brian Marsh and this is my gorgeous wife Fiona. If you're watching back the recording, it is Monday the 26th of February 2018. We've themed this around retirement for people that are considering retirement, planning retirement, or maybe already in retirement. We honestly believe that this business opportunity gives us the ability to fund our retirement, which is one of the reasons why we started this event, but also what we're excited about. Now that I'm in my 40s, I'm definitely planning our retirement. I honestly believe that the way we get paid in this business gives us the ability to earn money through retirement, which we'll talk a little bit about later on. We're also going to talk about how we use an amazing product and program and earn money and build a business through that. But we definitely live in a lot of uncertainty. Industries are being downsized. Industries are being disrupted by technology. We all know people that at some stage have been made redundant through a disruption or a downsize. And, we honestly believe that thinking about our planning for our retirement and looking at a business like this will give us some security just in case our plan A, maybe it's a job, maybe it's another business, just in case that is impacted negatively. So I'm going to get out of the way. I'm going to hand it over to my wife, who is going to chat about the amazing product and program that we have.
Hey, thanks, Brian. So we work with a product called Juice Plus, and we work with a program called the Juicy Body Transformation Program. So Juice Plus is the most researched and sold nutraceutical in the world. So some people sometimes get confused between what a nutraceutical is and what maybe a multivitamin is. So nutraceuticals come from food. And so whereas multivitamins are synthetic. So I was introduced to Juice Plus a couple of years ago, and at the time I'd been on a health journey for about 8 years and I tried everything. I'd done Juice Fast Chronics, vitamin C drips, we were on an organic diet, we were getting as many whole foods into us as possible. I was seeing several naturopaths, alternative doctors, anything that I could do to improve and to help my family's health, I did. So I understood the power of whole foods and the importance of having enough nutrients in my diet and my children's diets every single day. However, to be honest, I struggled. I struggled to get 7 to 13 serves of fruit and veg in a day. And that's the current science these days. Most Australians struggle to get even 5 serves in. It's about 2% of Australians that actually get that in. So when I came across Juice Plus, it was a no-brainer for me because here was a way I was able to bridge the gap between what we were eating and what we should be eating. Here was a way I was able to get another 30 whole foods into my children's diet every single day, as well as Brian and myself. So I'll just show you what our products look like. So these are it here. These are our capsules, and this is our fruit, vegetable, and berry blend. And it comes in capsule form. So basically what it is, it's dehydrated fruit juice and fiber. So we put the whole fruit in and it's blended down to a pulp, and then it's dehydrated. And it's made much the same way that our herbs and spices are made, and it's reduced down to a powder form, and then we encapsulate it to avoid any oxidization. So our products are all grown on proprietary farms. We have records of those farms going back 3 generations to show that the produce is GMO free, and our farms are also grown using organic farming principles. We test each batch several times to make sure that it is free from up to 400 toxins. So there's no, pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, nothing in our batches. And if there's anything ever found, the whole batch is thrown out. So it is designed to help people bridge the gap with their food intake and their fruit and vegetables. And yeah, so that's our capsules. Our other products we have is our chews. I did have them down here. Brian ate one already. So we have some fruit and vegetable chews. Now these are really great for children as well as adults who don't like to eat capsules. So this is our fruit chew here. And as you can see, it's like a gummy. So what happens is it's made basically the same way, or it is the same way that our capsules are made. It's dehydrated whole foods. And because during the proprietary process of dehydration, a lot of the sugar and salts naturally come out. And so we actually add in a little bit of natural sweetener to make these taste better, because as you can imagine, things like parsley and kale and broccoli don't taste amazing. And we add some fruit pectins as well to give that chewy consistency. So my kids love these. We often run out because they get into them and eat the whole bag. And what I love is that, I mean, the sugar content's really low. It's 1.5 grams per child served. So compare that to a banana. A banana is about 17 grams. Now this, of course, the same as our capsules, has no nasties in it. It's free from all artificial colours, flavours, preservatives. And it's actually the only children's chew on the market in Australia that is registered with TGA as not confectionery. So this is actually a proper, nutraceutical for children. We have a children's health study that our company run, which is when a child or when an adult orders either the capsules or the chews, they can sponsor a child for free, and the child gets their chews or their capsules, whichever one you want to put your child on. And they get them for free for up to 4 years, and we can enter children between the ages of 4 and 18. The results that have been coming back from the studies is that children are drinking more water, less doctor's visits, less prescription medication, obviously less time off at school. Their concentration levels are increasing, athletic performance increases, and so on. And the best thing is, the longer that they're on the products, the more changes we see over time, which is what we see with the adults as well. Now, our other product we have is our powders. So I'm not a shakes girl, never have been, but I love these powders because it's the same as the capsules. It's dehydrated whole foods. So they're not whey-based. A lot of shakes are whey-based, whereas these aren't. They've got things like amaranth and millet and quinoa and spirulina and pumpkin powder and pomegranate powder in them. They've got sprouts. There's an awesome sprouted blend in there. So where these are great is if you struggle to maybe have a great breakfast, or you just want to add some extra nutrients to your diet, these are great in the morning. So you can make a large smoothie out of them, use them as a smoothie base for green smoothies. They're not sold as a meal replacement, but I just had one for lunch today because I was a bit busy and I didn't have time to make a meal. And I mixed it with some coconut milk, and so adding those fats in, I actually have everything I need in here for a complete meal. So it's got your protein, your carbs, it's got everything in it. Fats, carbs, and protein. So these are awesome. And these are our macronutrients. If you think about a car needs fuel to run well. It also needs, it needs oil. So this is our fuel, and these are our oil. So these are awesome. The other product we have is our Omega blend. So these are great to get in your healthy fats. So for people like myself who don't like to eat fish oils, this is a great alternative. So these are vegan omegas, and we basically cut the middle fish out, going straight to the source the fish get their omega-3s from, and which is algae. And it's also put in with some other ingredients that when I researched those ingredients, they're all plant-based. They actually have other omegas in there, like 5, 6, 7, 9 that naturally occur. So we don't list those on our products, but this is actually a really great omega blend. And they taste good. You won't have any smelly breath or anything. We've got things like, we've put some orange, orange, rosemary, and vanilla oil in here, and it's they actually taste really good. My kids eat them. They just pop them in their mouth and they chew them, and so they're very, very popular. So now, I'm able to get our healthy fats in every single day without stinking like fish. So one thing I love about Juice Plus, what really attracted me to our products is not only the fact that I'm able to bridge the gap with 30 whole foods, and literally they've discovered around 16,000 phytonutrients in Juice Plus, but the science behind it. So we are seriously the most researched and sold nutraceutical in the world. We have 40 peer-reviewed gold standard medical studies that have been done on our products over the past 25 years. And, our studies are all independently done. They're done by universities like Sydney University. Last year, Newcastle University did a big 2-year study. And the results that are coming back from those studies is that Juice Plus is reducing systematic inflammation. It's proven to boosts the immune system. It's proven to reduce oxidative stress, which, you know, if you exercise a lot, you've got that happening in your body. Your body is, you know, aging from the inside. It's like you cut an apple in half and it begins to oxidize straight away. That happens to the inside of our bodies, which ages us quickly. So I'm all for, I mean, I'm so happy getting close to 40 that I've got taking something that's actually helping my insides stay younger. Some of the other things that have been noticed is that they are healthy gums, healthy skin, and look, there's so many studies and there's so many results that have come up. If you're someone who would love to know more about the studies, please reach out to the person who's asked you on today, and they can send them to you and send you the summary of results as well. And what I love too is they're really high quality studies, so they're all on the Medline database, and they actually have a rating of over 100 for the 32 that are, well, that was the last time we checked, but 32 that were on there, which is it's about 3 per study, which is a really high mark for studies. So they're well-respected studies in the medical industry. And last but not least is our Juicy Body Transformation Program. So I've just got a few of the books here, but our JBT program is an online program. It was written by MasterChef Top 10 contestant Kira Westwick, and it's basically literally hundreds and hundreds of whole food recipes. There's meal plans, detox programs, pantry lists. We've got a gentle cleanse. We've got a shred component for people who would like to drop weight. We don't count calories, we count vitality instead. And we've got Christmas books, Easter books. There's loads. There's well over 10 books, and it's lifetime access, which means you'll never have to be part of another program again. And the great thing is, you know, it's family friendly. So I love the fact that I can cook a meal for myself and my children will eat it, my husband will eat it. I can entertain with this. You know, everyone eats everything that I cook. So it's amazing value, and it's just another add value to an already amazing product that we have. So that's it from me. I'm going to pass you back to Brian, and we're going to hear some stories now.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yep. First up, we're going to hear from Linda. I'm just going to spotlight her. Hey, Linda, what are you experiencing before Juice Plus, and what are you experiencing now on Juice Plus?
Okay. Hi, Brian. Hi, everybody. I've been taking Juice Plus now for about 14, 15 months. And when I started because I was feeling really lethargic. I'd been going through a period of depression and acute anxiety for the previous 3 years. And I was starting to come out of that. But I still had a long way to go. I was still struggling with sleep and lethargy and lack of motivation. I still had severe brain fog. I also have osteoarthritis from my neck through to my big toes. A lot of inflammation in my lower back with various issues there. I've already had one hip replacement, and it's pretty sure that I'm going to have the other one done as well. So I was, you know, lacking in a lot of life and vitality. So hearing about the Juice Plus, which was introduced to me by a friend who I trusted, and I thought there was nothing to lose by me taking it. It fitted in with my personal ethos of wanting more natural eating, more plant-based food. And so I started taking, and now I can tell you that the inflammation in my back has gone. I am off all my pain meds. I am coming off my antidepressant medication. I'm only taking it 3 days a week now rather than 7 days a week. I was struggling to walk previously when I started. I was using a walking stick and sometimes even a wheelchair. I couldn't walk 50 meters without my walking stick. Well, now I'm walking 30 minutes with no walking stick. My depression is gone. The brain fog is gone. The energy's back. The vitality's back. I feel fantastic. So for me, it's an absolute no-brainer to keep doing this. And I'm looking at keeping on walking and continuing to improve and put off that hip replacement for as long as I can. So that's my story.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Linda. I think Fiona wanted to add some more content.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, like, Juice Plus, it's amazing. You know, Juice Plus, it's not a miracle pill or anything like that. It doesn't, as you always say, grow your left arm back. But what it does do is give our bodies the building blocks it needs to heal and repair itself. So when we're fueling it every single day with literally thousands and thousands of phytonutrients, you know, we hear stories like what you just shared. So thanks, Linda.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So good. Thank you. So that is our amazing product and program. Now what we're going to talk about is the business side of it and actually how we use the product and program to build a business. But first up, I'm going to hand it over to Sophia, and she's going to talk about some of the misconceptions around a network marketing business.
Hi, Brian. Hi, everybody. Good to see you all. I actually came into the business about 21 months ago. I'd been caring for my mum, and she passed in January 2016. I was probably at my darkest despair. I was emotionally drained, physically drained, financially drained, and I noticed a post from Fiona about her mother's psoriasis. I was covered in psoriasis myself. I reached out to Fee, and within about 2 days she came to visit me. Even though I was in a complete despair, the business made complete sense to me. I ordered the product straight away and bought the franchise. And what I found was it was the best decision I've ever made. I got myself out of bed each day and listened to people on these events all over the world, all helping each other and all raising each other up. And I just thought, this is who I am. This is what I've been all my life. And it gave me hope. It gave me, a light for my future and my son's future. I had a 9-year-old boy. I've got a 9-year-old boy at the moment. He was 7 at the time. So what I found throughout the last 20 months is people would reach out to me and say to me, oh, is it one of those pyramid things? But what I found is the misconception in this business is that it's certainly not a pyramid scheme. That was found illegal in the 1970s. But what I did find is most companies out there, most businesses are shaped like a triangle. Anything you look at, whether it be Parliament, whether it be Woolworths, whether it be any business structure, you have a CEO at the top. And the industry I was in was investment properties through real estate, and I started at the bottom, and it was shaped like this as well. We had a CEO at the top. I started at the bottom serving people on the windows, talking to them. They were eating ice creams, and I'd pass them through to the finance people, to the lawyers, and then to the general manager, and 3 or 4 hours later, they'd sign a $500,000 contract off the plan. Now, I did work my way up the levels, but what I had to do was work weekends. I had to work from 8 a.m. till 10 p.m. at night. I had to step over my work colleagues who were my friends to get to that position. It wasn't nice. You're only as good as your last sale. There were no morals. There were no ethics. People just did what they had to do to get the next sale to keep their jobs. Now, the industry closed down, or that particular company closed down, and I was left with nothing. As I said, I cared for my mum. So I really didn't want to go back to the rat race. I didn't want to go back to working those long hours. I had a young son, and when Fiona showed me the business model, it made complete sense to me, and I was excited to start my own franchise. Our business model is shaped like this. It's an open plan. Everybody starts off as a virtual franchisee. It costs $165 once a year, which is amazing price. And our pinnacle position, like the CEO, is NMD, National Marketing Director. Now, everybody has an opportunity to rise to the top, and the only way to get there is to link arms and help each other do that. So your success in this business is a true reflection of the amount of people you help along the way, and I love that model. Everybody can go to the top. It's limitless. Another preconception I had at the start was, would I need to know a lot of people? I didn't have a huge Facebook following at the time, and what I found was over time, following the marketing plan, it is foolproof. If you follow the system, then everybody, as I said before, can go to that top position. So what I found at the start was there was myself. You had person A who wanted to try the product, wanted to get the product a little bit cheaper. All they had to do was introduce it to a couple of people, share their stories, and the product's paid for. We then had person B, which was myself, who I wanted to pay for my shopping, my rent, and some extra extracurricular activities for my son after school. An extra $500 to $1,000 a month goes a long way in a family's life. And then you have person C, which is Brian and Fiona, who saw the vision, who took this on as a business and ran it as a business from the start and got very big success early on. Now, what I found was over time is person A soon becomes person B because they see some more money coming into their account. And person B, like myself, becomes person C because they start seeing that residual, that passive income coming in, and they see a bigger picture. So really, just to show you, as I said, that's myself. I introduced it to a lady called Tracy, and she'd been in real estate as well, retired. She needed money just to fund her retirement. She had property investments, but she didn't have that cash flow. So she bought the franchise. She also introduced it to her niece's mother, who is a single mother wanting extra money. Introduced it to Murray, who was also retired from real estate, and she introduced it to Christine. Now, Christine was an author of a book and helped people for many years, but also going into retirement didn't have that cash flow. So this is funding her retirement as well. And since then, Tracy and Christine have opened up a wellness shop, which is so amazing, because if Tracy hadn't have bought the franchise, she wouldn't have opened up the wellness shop with Christine. So I love all people. Andrea, she introduced it to Sharon. And as time goes on, as you can see, it just grows organically. It's called the popcorn effect. The business grows with or without you, but of course you have a vested interest to grow with it. And you can see that I only knew Tracy and Andrea at the start, but my business has grown rapidly and organically since then. I love the community. I see a future for myself now. I see that I can leave this as a legacy for my son, and I just love it. So I won't be going anywhere. Thank you, Brian.
Thanks, Sophia. When my wife and I reached out to our friends who had been in the business for about 18 months prior to us talking to them, we'd known them for 8 or 9 years. We'd known some of the struggles they were having in their traditional business, but we saw a lifestyle that they had created in this business just within 18 months. So we were curious and we reached out to them. And that's really how this business works. We're taught to use social media to create curiosity. We're taught to use social media to create intrigue and have people reaching out to us wanting more information. Which is pretty exciting. It's no longer about headhunting your friends. It's no longer about writing lists and inviting people around to a barbecue and bringing out a flip chart, which is kind of the older way that network marketing was done. We definitely do it a different way and definitely believe that this is a new opportunity now. The other thing I loved about what was shared in the beginning was that we actually get paid 3 different ways in our business. And the first way is retail sales profit. When we put the customer in contact with Juice Plus. So for example, if you're posting on social media and you're having people reach out to you wanting more information about the product, when you do recommend the product and they purchase it, we're actually putting that customer in direct contact with Juice Plus. Juice Plus is shipping the product directly to the customer. We're not having to buy it on their behalf or hold on to stock or deliver stock, which is pretty cool. The second way that we get paid is bonuses. Juice Plus reward us now for the work we're doing now, or we're building up what I think is the treasure and the passive income in the business, which I'll talk about in a second. But the bonuses, we have a bunch of different levels in our business. The first is SDVF. It's a $400 bonus. The person who taught you, introduced you to this business, loved on you, is also paid $400. SC is $600. Person who introduced you gets paid $600. SSC is $1,200. Person who introduced you, taught you, mentored you, your coach, is also paid $1,200. QNMD is $1,500. Person who introduced you also gets paid $1,500 as your coach. And then, as Sophia said, our pinnacle position in our business is National Marketing Director. It's like our CEO. And that is a $3,000 bonus. But by then, your coach and mentor has been paid enough on the bonuses and no longer gets it at that level. What I think is the real treasure in this business is the passive income. It's what's been coined recently the beach money, because ideally you can be doing what you want, traveling around Australia, at the beach, and still being paid on top of your team's performance. When you get to a certain level, it's called a qualifying level, which means you just have volume, sales volume going through your business. When you do it personally, it's around $625 per month in passive income. When you have 3 people hit that level, it's around $800 to $1,000 per month in passive income. When you have 12 people do it, it's $2,500 to $4,000 per month in passive income. When you have 24 people in your team do it, it's $5,000 to $7,000 in passive income per month. And then when you have around 39 people do it, we're talking $8,000 to $10,000 per month in passive income. The Australian government believes that for 2 people, this is in their publications, for 2 people to retire and live an okay, comfortable life, maybe seeing 1 movie a week, going out to dinner once a week, they need, in a passive income off their investment, superannuation or whatever it is, around $66,000. In our business, that is around the 24 club level. Okay, so by building the business to at least the 24 club level, you're building a business that you can then retire on as a couple. The level up from there is what we call our 6-figure position, 39 club, which means you're earning $8,000 to $10,000. If you compare that to another investment strategy, for example, real estate, which is a typical investment strategy that everyone talks about, you have to own outright $2 million, not mortgaged, not living in the house, as an investment strategy, which means you're being paid rent on top of that. $2 million at a 5% return is going to pay you the $8,000 to $10,000. Okay, so comparing what I think is a smarter and simpler business model, which is this business, comparing to real estate. So I'm going to hand it over to Mark now. Mark, what pain were you in before this business, and what excites you about your future now?
Hey, thanks, Brian. Hi, everyone. Basically, it all started because I was diagnosed as a diabetic a few years ago now. So I started tracking down what I could do to eat properly and control the diabetes without having to take the fistful of tablets that my father was taking. It led me through a few different diets and meals and that. And then I come across the Facebook posts about eating healthy and having a business side of it. And I thought, oh, yeah, I'll look into this. And when I looked through it all, the health side of it ticked all the boxes that I need to take all the right things for the diabetes. And the business side of it certainly was a bonus as well. Now I've been on the Juice Plus and the business side of it for just over a year now. And September last year, just gone, I actually closed my shopfront business. I still do a little bit of IT work around home just to help people out that I know and things like that. But yeah, so now I'm all on the Juice Plus income, and I can't wait to see it grow more, because we're looking at traveling over to Canada and America and New Zealand and visit people that we know and we've met mainly through this business. You know, you meet people all over the world, and we've made friends, and the community of the Juice Plus business itself is phenomenal. And yeah, I just can't wait to go and meet everybody in person and shake their hands and say hi, and thanks for introducing us into the business and helping us grow it the way we have. It's just been awesome.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Mark. I'm looking forward to seeing you on this journey and achieve what you want out of it too, which is pretty cool. I know for myself and my wife, when we hit that 6-figure income pretty quickly in the business, but you know, what if it takes 2 years or 3 years or 5 years to build a business that's going to pay you 6 figures passively? Something that you know the money's coming in every month. You can then start to plan your life around that. And that's what excites us about this business. We see people doing that all the time. We see people hitting their desire of whatever their goals are of coming into this business really on a weekly basis, which is pretty exciting. So we run this event every week at the same time. We look forward to seeing you again sometime soon. If you are a guest here today, or if you're watching back the recording, reach out to the person who shared it with you and get your questions answered. And then you can make the decision, is this the opportunity that's going to give you your security around your future, or is it going to be something else? Thanks, guys. See you again soon.